Welcome back, you degenerates. Mew here, aka LaZW4fuHunter, and today we're going to be covering the new updated content in Heroes Cantare. It's been a while since I last covered this game. Reason is because I wasn't really interested in Elaine and Kaiser, and there were people more qualified to cover the event than me because my units are still in the process of being built. I'm only using God of High School units, and you already know me. I've said multiple times I'm only using God of High School units in the game. However, this collab has actually made me break my creed because I actually do like these set of characters and the story within it. If you don't know Noblesse, Noblesse is a very old webtoon that was released way back when, I don't know when, but it had a strong impression when I first read it. It was very comedic, and then when you read it down the line, it starts to have a story and it builds up the characters in the world, and it's a very well told tale and a very good classic. I highly recommend for those that haven't read Noblesse to actually go for it. So when Noblesse released, it literally made me jobless. No, I didn't get fired from my job. I actually went all out on this banner because I actually do like the characters in the webtoon. So I said, you know what, fuck it, let's just go ahead and roll on the banner. And I 100% went ham and pretty much got enough mats to 6-star LaZW, who is one of the best characters in the whole bunch of the banner. And you'll see here in my inventory, like 400 isn't enough, but I have more than enough memories to make him 6-star. So these characters, so when you first start into the event, when you get into the event, you'll be given a selector, and if you're going for meta and if you like Noblesse, then go for LaZW. Or if you're going for waifus, then you can go for Rusk Rhea. She's pretty much a good waifu and she's pretty decent. And you can also go with clan leader Sierra, Rascal, Rascara, whatever. They actually go hand in hand together because of their ability to bleed opponents. And also LaZW's one of the best bachelor units. And then when you first roll on the banner, just not like roll, but you get a LaZW, which you can complete missions to gain some materials. So we're not gonna go over all these units, you know. I just wanted to get a lowdown breakdown of what you're getting into. So we're gonna take a look only at one unit. For the meantime, I'm still building my LaZW, but if we go into my hero inventory, I actually SS the base A LaZW. The base A LaZW is a very good unit. I highly recommend putting some investment into this unit. He's actually a very good type of tank / bruiser. Same with the other LaZW, the Unleashed LaZW. He's a bruiser, and you just pretty much build like HP and defense, you know, that sort of thing. So you're not really going with much, but it's a good investment. I highly recommend it. So we're gonna take a look at the main man himself that I actually pretty much went ham on, just going all out for this unit. So we're gonna go down to here. Take a look at Unleashed LaZW. So Unleashed LaZW, let's see here. Bloodfield release. His first card, when you don't use it with anything else, attacks 2 opponents with 120% attack, consumes 10% of remaining HP to inflict additional damage, and equal to 150% of consumed HP. When you fuse 2 cards together, you gain Blood Phoenix. Attacks all opponents with 105% attack, makes them unrecoverable with 90% probability for 2 turns, consumes 10% of remaining HP to inflict additional damage equal to 200% of the consumed HP. When you fuse 3 cards together, he gains Black Hole. Attacks all opponents with 120% of attack and consumes 50% of the remaining HP to inflict additional damage equal to 250% of the consumed HP. Makes all of allies Next attacks to be absolute attack, which ignores 40% damage deflection and 40% debuff resist. He gains 2 passives, breaking the seal, 25% HP boost, 10% defense boost, and 15% damage deflection boost. And he gains a second passive, which is Ruler Blood, becomes invincible for 1 turn. When HP falls below 25%, recovers HP up to 50%. All opponents are inflicted with damage unleashed, raisel 10% of maximum HP, and their speed decreases by 100 for 2 turns. That's actually pretty good. That's really good for, you know, PvP. It allows your units to go to attack first, and that pretty much will win you game. And we have his special ability, Bloodfield Takeover, consumes 10% of maximum HP to attack the opponent with the highest HP with 150% of consumed HP, and boosts all other allies' attack by 50% of the consumed HP for 1 turn. This dude is a bruiser, a supporter, and he tanks. His overall, like, this is just a really insane good kit. It denies healing, it gives him invincibility, it decreases speed, it boosts your characters. He's an all-rounder, and he's an amazing unit. I do recommend putting him first as, you know, as your first choice out of anything. If not, I will go over the other units. You know, this is the main man I wanted to focus on. You know, and now we'll take a look at his A class unit that I put a lot of time and investment on, and is a very good unit, and that is his regular form when he's wearing, you know, a uniform from like this high school that he's attending. But I won't go any further than that because that will be spoilers. So his first ability is Authority of the Master, attacks 1 opponent in the back row with 115% of attack, and decreases opponent's attack by 30% with 65% probability for 2 turns. When he fuses 2 cards together, he gains Psychic Power, attacks all opponents with 110% attack, and extends the opponent's applied debuffs for 1 turn. Bloodfield Activate, attacks all opponents with 110% attack, and silences them for 1 turn, creates shield for all allies with 40% of HP for 2 turns. He gains 2 passives, Noblesse, 10% attack boost, 20% HP boost. I'm Eating Teacher, stoops the power level of opponent with the highest attack at the start of battle to thwart the attack. This is just, you know, it's my English or just, you know, the way that the wording is. And it's, you already know that the translations are a little bit iffy here when it comes to this game, so I ain't gonna go with that. So he's just a defender slash bruiser sort of thing that just extends debuffs pretty good with the current Noblesse sets that have a lot of these Noblesse units really rely on debuffing, and like 2 of them is specifically, if you put him with the Bleed team, they will do phenomenal and a lot of content in just dishing out just a lot of damage. And he is a good staple for having to extend a lot of debuffs when you're running like bleeds, poison, whatever. It's just pretty nasty unless you're getting countered, because later down the line King Uma's coming out and she counters the debuff meta by eating debuffs to buff herself up and heal herself up. So that's basically it for the Noblesse event. Let's see here, we'll take a look at the logins, I believe. If we go down to the 7-day special check-in, as you can see here, you get a SS Noblesse Hero Selection chest. This is really great for free-to-play players because you get to choose any person you want. You know, it's better to just take a look at each of their kits and make a decision on your own, and just figure out who do you like to play as and which is your favorite character. You get 1,000,000 gold. I already got the day 2. I was lucky to just log in, grab the stuff that I needed, and just walk the heck out. Tomorrow I'm getting a Shard Selection chest. I'm going for Chaos Stones because I am running low on these stones. 1,000 Advancement Material, a Cursed Magic Sword, which is an accessory, Path of the Sword. I need another one of those. Legendary Vitality Equipment Selection chest. This is going to be great. I already have 1 Vitality S at Legendary status. This one will get me 2. So this will boost up one of the characters that I am already building for my God of High School units. But I might actually just put this on LaZW because I actually want to build this unit very badly because he is so good to play and he's so fun to use. So that's basically it. There's really nothing much I can say. And oh, right, I am missing one more thing. Actually, with this Noblesse event, it actually opened up a file tower that only uses Noblesse units. If you only have LaZW, you're only going to be able to get up to a certain point in the tower. This is where your second LaZW comes in. If you have two LaZWs, use the SS LaZW as your DPS and then use the A LaZW as your tank. You know, it's a bit strange, but if you're running Raskea, then Raskea as your damage dealer, LaZW as your tank. Raskea applies bleeds, use LaZW to extend the debuffs on the bleeds, and you're doing a lot of damage. You'll be able to get a little bit higher compared to two LaZWs on the team, because one LaZW does a pretty much job of a bruiser, and he's just increasing attack by 40%, and you're gonna hit a standing point unless you invest a lot in both units, and that's pretty much all I can say on that. But overall, this is a solid sort of hype on here. You know, I was really excited for this, so that's pretty much what I'm going with. So with that said, that'll be all you degenerates, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.